To the Geelong and District Football League match day, thanks to Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
Bannockburn and Eastern Suburbs. Frost gets the first tap down towards Connors and also Flanagan. Flanagan might have the job on chops this afternoon. Going in there working hard also is O'Keefe. Ball is in dispute and we will have a ball up secondary bounce just on the attacking side for Bannockburn, kicking to the northern end in this first term with the aid of a breeze. 2 or 3 goals maybe. We saw in the reserves game which Eastern Suburbs won quite convincingly. It was going to the northern end. Ruck contest, Flanagan, only as far as Flanagan. That's Sean to Corey, and they're opposite sides today. The ball goes towards centre half forward now. Pavic over the back of the pack, can pick it up and run. Handball over the top's okay. Could be the first goal here for Bannockburn if they get, they run it into the goal square if you don't mind. Shane Andrews stands there and kicks the goal. Good start, Bannockburn. Quick hands over the top, and Shane Andrews standing in the goal square could do nothing else but kick the goal. And their first one straight goal, 6 points. That has come at the 52nd mark of the first term. They lead Eastern Suburbs yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Well, sensational start, Laurie, and good quick hands, good quick movement of the footy, and Shane Andrews, don't get him any easier.
And look, and Eric, and a good choice of option there. I mean, they could have probably had a kick there, the handball, ran the ball, carried the ball a little bit, handball over the top. It makes it so much easier. Get the ball out of the centre is the secret. They got out nicely there. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It's a good start.
So back in the middle now. Frost up against Ferguson. Frost gets it down again to Ronnie Pilgrim in the middle. Gets a quick kick away too towards brother Matt. Taps it over the top back towards centre half. Back for Eastern Suburbs. Collins gets back there. Now Andrews comes out. McCormack's got the job on him this afternoon. Got the long sleeves and the gloves on. Oh, it doesn't help him there. Gets a push in the back. And we'll take a free kick, Adrian McCormack. Last line of defence now for the Eagles. O'Keefe gives him the ball back, and now McCormack, shocking kick. In the end, Collins was in front, and just tries to tap it to the advantage of the boundary line for his team. He does so. O'Keefe can't keep it in. It is in front of the Mowers Galore scoreboard here at Bannockburn. The left half forward flank for the Tigers, attacking the northern end. Thrown in now. Hill up there, gets a punch down to the front. Parisi's there also, running past Harding and Shaw. Hill gets a kick away though, towards the commentary box. I think Frost and Murray will see it over, they do. And it is out of bounds, right in front of our Geelong Radio commentary box on centre wing here. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 6 playing 0, Bannockburn in front.
Ferguson and Frost on centre wing, waiting for the boundary throw in. In it comes now, good throw in. Frost doing well early, gets the tap down, only as far as Parisi though of Eastern Suburbs. He drives it high in the air into the bruise towards half forward. Eastern Suburbs players not quite able to take the mark, both had hands on it. Good solid body work there, and well, the ball is in dispute in front of the change rooms here at Bannockburn. Good strong work there by Broome, put the body on the line and did very well. But 14 players around the ball. Umpire puts it up in the air. Ferguson gets a tap on this occasion down towards Peters. He can't get it. Leading him in the race for the ball is Dean Lynch, but the boundary line's going to beat them all. The ball trickles over there, and the boundary umpire, who's done a fair bit of work in the first couple of minutes on this western side of the ground, is going to bring the ball back into play. Frost in front, but over the top was Ferguson. Gets the tap forward for Eastern Suburbs. Buckingham pushed off the ball pretty comfortably. Finally, it comes out for, looks like Flanagan down there for Bannockburn. Gets it to the centre. Connors picks it up, kicks it towards the true centre wing. The only man in position there was Troy Sheehan of Eastern Suburbs, takes a comfortable mark. Moves the ball towards the half-forward line. At the back, mark not taken by Lynch. Comes to ground once again, and off the ground again. It's out of bounds. See if you can do a bit better.
I'll try and get back into the middle, will I?
Well, we're not doing too good in the boundary on this side.
Boundary throw in, Ferguson again with Frost. And Connor standing in front, moves to the side with Sean Flanagan. Now in front, Buckingham, tried to take it out of the pack. Corey Flanagan was there. Connors has nearly been decapitated. Parisi there went a bit high with a tackle at half back, and Kevin Connors will have it, the number 3 for Bannockburn now. Directs it back into the middle. The lead's on from O'Keefe. In front, Collins. It's punched away by O'Keefe. Good defensive play. Buckingham's in there. Rides the bump. Sean Flanagan. Matty Pilgrim get it outboard towards Rick Harding. Runs along. Half forward. Goes to the left boot. Slipping over McCormack at the crucial stage. Might fall towards the drainer again. Andrews has squeezed it into the goal square for Bailey to run it through, has he? Yes, he has, for Eastern Suburbs. So a rush behind to the Tigers. And they go to 1-1-7. Now Bannockburn, Eastern Suburbs yet to score. Haven't had a pass their half-forward line yet in this first 5 minutes. Victory Trophy's bringing us the first term here at Victoria Park this afternoon. And it will be McCormack from fullback for the Eagles. Goes to the outer side. Tries to drill it towards O'Leary. That's Sean. And can he pick it up? He keeps it in front of him. Up against him, Pavic. They see it over the boundary line, and it will be a throw-in about 50 metres out from Bannockburn's goal. Brother Michael, of course, had a knee reco a couple of weeks ago. We saw him out here today, Eric.
He looked $1 million,
He
didn't
did look $1 million.
Crutches?
He looked okay.
Apparently there's been some problem with finding his crutches at different times.
Yes, there has been. Ball coming from the back of the pack there. Parisi now, foot race. And a kick off the ground. Could be a goal if you don't mind. And if that's, I think that might be Clinton Shaw who's done that. He has run in from about 50 metres out. The ball was running to about 30 metres out from goal. He's just put it on Ronaldo style, if you don't mind, and kicked the goal.
Well, any soccer player would have been absolutely proud of that shot. 25 metres out.
It was a top effort, wasn't it?
It was a top effort.
Clinton Shaw's first goal. That's second for Bannockburn. They're 2-1-13. And they lead Eastern Suburbs yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 6 minutes.
Ball back in the middle. Umpire Booty with it in his possession. Moves into the circle now. Up goes the ball. Well, Ferguson judged it a lot better than Frost on that occasion. Gets the tap forward for Eastern Suburbs. Buckingham can't pick it up. Stacks on the mill, and will have done it well. He's picked a free kick out. It's gone to Flanagan of Bannockburn, man on the bottom of the pack. He's driven it towards half forward. In front there was Andrews, not able to take the mark, and the ball comes away toward the brander. And McCormick and Andrews. That's going to be an interesting tussle, Laurie, because. Adrian McCormack fancies himself now as a back man. Yes,
and Shane will have to work hard. He made a little bit of a meal of that last opportunity to have a kick a goal. I felt he could have. Well, he got back on his left foot a little bit, I thought.
From the throw-in, Ferguson gets it down. It's good work there on that occasion by O'Keefe. Drives it back towards true centre half forward into the corridor. In front with Sheehan, can't take the mark. Comes down to Frost, tries to kick it off the ground. Pilgrim tries to pick it up, gets it across to O'Keefe. Now he drives it back toward the full forward position. Andrew coming from behind, can't take the mark. Oh goodness, player there in Rundle slipped over when, the ball was basically at his mercy, I think, and 20 yards clear. Over he went, couldn't get the ball, so it's finally over the boundary line. 20 metres from the behind post, deep in the forward line for the Bannockburn side.
Must be a bit slippery down there, Laurie, just in front of that goal, 10-metre goal square, because McCormack fell over before when the ball went down there when he was in front of Andrews as well.
I'm pretty sure it is, and the wind out there is playing there's a fair breeze down there. I mean, there's not too many players in this half of the field, and the rest of them down there. Sean O'Leary before at the chase.
Yeah.
Right down the back top of that kick.
Yeah.
That's a
boundary throw in, half forward flank for Bannockburn. Shaw gets it down to the front. Bailey's there, gets a quick kick out of the pack. Matty Pilgrim can stand his ground and take the grab, and he will do so in between wing and half forward. Tries to switch play. That's play on now, and he gets around on the right, gets it back in board into the middle. East Shepherds, and it's okay. Finds Delahan. Is it?
Frost.
No, it's Frost. It is, the big man. And he wants to switch to Ronnie Pilgrim. Now Ronnie from the middle. Drills it straight down the ground. Nobody there, though. Ferguson back there. 2 on 3. Shepherds got Rundle in support as well. Coming across Collins. Wants the boundary line for safety. Finds it. And it will be thrown in about 30 metres around from Bannockburn's goal.
Tell you what, Ronnie Pilgrim hit that pass, didn't it? Go like a rocket. He got that better than he thought he did.
So a boundary throw in once again. Andrews to do the ruck work on this occasion for Bannockburn up against Ferguson. Andrews tries to take it out. Shaw's there as well. Gets a handball away to the side of the pack. Sheen coming across. Ball falls to the back of the pack. Umpires letting play go here. Might have to ball it up. No, he lets it go. And coming out, Sean Rundle gets a quick kick away towards Buckingham. Can't keep it in. Out of bounds this time at true half forward flank.
But Eric, getting back to that, that's one of Ronnie's skills. He's very good at that. He usually drops it in there, and Shane Andrews was in the gap, but he just couldn't quite get it.
Frost from the ruck contest with his left fist to Connors, to Pilgrim. This time Ronnie's kick's not too good. Sean Flanagan can't pick it up for Eastern Suburbs. Still tries across centre half back to get the ball free. Does so to Corey Flanagan. He gets a quick kick towards the left forward pocket. Andrews is there against McCormack. Tries to tap it back to the advantage of Harding. Rundle chops it off and then kicks it out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick to Rick Harding on the left half forward flank. The number 1 for Bannockburn. Switches play, kicks it back into the middle towards the big man. Frost holds up in the breeze. It's okay though. The big man takes it. Sean O'Leary just holds him up just long enough for his defensive players to pick their opponents up. He does so now. Right in the middle of the ground, Frost is. Plays on. Goes towards centre half forward. Bailey from behind. Can he punch it away? Can't take the mark in front. Was East. Falls to the front of the pack now. Over the top, Pavic. And the umpire Beattie will come in and bounce it about 45 metres out from Bannockburn's goal.
Umpire Beattie with the ball. Dead in front. Puts it up in the air. Well, Ferguson, the only man there for Eastern Suburbs. Taps it towards the boundary line, but hasn't quite got the strength to get there. And Well, it's Bannockburn off the ground once again, and that didn't look unlike Clinton Shaw again, did it? From about, 40 metres out this time, and in fact he got a behind out of it all.
They must have had soccer practice out here through the week, Eric.
They've had something, or perhaps that end of the ground, that's the way to go, because now at 10 minutes in the first quarter, Victory Trophy scoreboard 2-2-14. Bannockburn, Eastern Suburbs yet to score.
Ball's come back into play now from McCormack towards Clinton Shaw inside the centre square, but can get it back towards centre half forward. Handball by Sheen was untidy. Set up Ferguson at centre half back. Coming through too high could be. Free kick it is. It's going to go to Eastern Suburbs, Troy Sheen. He's got Peters wide if he finds him, and he's got Flanagan wide as well. He goes in that direction now. Has to be a good kick it is. He's found him beautifully. Measured the pass to Peters on centre wing. Goes towards half forward. Sean O'Leary sits for him beautifully. Wants to drill it back in towards Williams in a new role for me. Looking at him this afternoon in the forward line. He can't keep it in and it is out of bounds. Slips out of his hands and we'll have a throw in the right forward pocket for Eastern Suburbs.
The other fellow I can't see out there, Stevenson, he kicked...
no, he's there.
Is he there?
Yeah, Nathan Rose has got him. He's at centre half forward.
Yes,
there he is.
Yes.
So Damien Williams down there in the forward line as well. Flat throw in on this occasion. Falls to the back of the pack. Out of the pack, Lynch can only see it over the boundary line once again, right next to the behind post in the right forward pocket.
Actually on the full.
Was it on the full? It was.
Yes.
So Stephen Gadd has to go and get the footy from near the tennis courts, the southern end of the ground. He'll now jump over the fence and have a kick from the last line defence now. He goes. Leads on from Rose and Delahan, and Steve takes it, gives it to Ronnie Pilgrim running past. Ronnie now, where will he drill it this time? He elects to go by hand. Good handball to Hewitt, ran off full back and goes from centre half back into the middle. Great pass or free kick, pushing the back up against Sean Rundle, and it's Kevin Connors with the free, right in the middle of Victoria Park. So they switch play pretty well there to get it back in the middle. Connors plays on quickly, goes long towards Andrews and McCormack. McCormack trying to play him from in front, push to the back of the pack. Bailey's there, and also they're running over each other. McCormack, he got a handball away to Sheehan, who goes wide, and it could be okay. It is, and taking the mark is Hunter. Inside defensive 50, plays on quickly, got Bailey inboard at centre half back. It'll have to be a good handball. It wasn't. Bailey's under pressure. Corey Flanagan turnover. They're running. Corey can kick the goal from 40. He better because he had three blokes running next to him, and he has. He's drilled it for his first. And the third for Bannockburn. 3-2-20 now the Tigers, and Eastern Suburbs yet to score on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 12.5 minutes gone.
I would have thought the amount of play they've had, Laurie, 3 goals in 12 minutes is probably not enough reward for Bannockburn.
Yeah, probably, Eric. I mean, Suburbs have only been into their 50 once. I see a different pattern of play in Bannockburn's play. And I guess next quarter Suburbs could take count of this. They're certainly not spending any time in this pocket. They're bringing the ball in centre at all costs and trying to line the ball up down the middle. And I think with that breeze, it's probably the way to go. And probably 3 goals at this point, could be more. But I think they'll be happy with that 3 to Zilt.
Ball back in the middle, umpire with the ball, Frost and Ferguson to do it again as they've done so far in the game. Ferguson clearly gets a tap down to Buckingham, threw it across to his teammate there in Hunter. He's tackled pretty strongly, and that's probably a feature of Bannockburn's game at the moment. They're tackling very, very well, and there are certainly no easy kicks to be obtained by the Eastern Suburbs side.
They might need Inthavong in there, Laurie.
I would have thought so, Jason, yes. That's a strange one, that, I think.
Ball up again, still in the centre square. Frost gets the tap on this occasion. Sean O'Leary throws the ball out clear of the pack, but the pack's too quick for the ball because it's back in under, and the umpire will come in and retrieve it once again, and we'll have a repeat of the action for the last 30 seconds. A third ball up. Might be a free kick in this one, Laurie. Up it goes. Frost pushes Ferguson, but pushed him into the ball. Ferguson gets it down. O'Leary, kick off the ground, gains valuable distance. Good strong work in defence there for the Bannockburn side, but he didn't take the ball, unfortunately for him, in Gadd. And now it's Eastern Suburbs, this time through Flanagan. Drives to the full forward position, and I must have given him a bit of incentive there before, because I wonder where Morris Stevenson was. He's taken the mark 35 metres out directly in front. The last time we called, he kicked 7 and was an outstanding performance. So can he repeat the dose with us broadcasting the game?
Well, you have to be in front, don't you, Laurie? And he was there. He's about 5 metres in front too. The ball falling short into the breeze.
Yeah, certainly into that breeze. He likes it too.
He loves goals, doesn't he?
That's not a bad sort of a first kick for Morris Stevenson. Straight over the goal umpire's head. And that's first goal of the day to the Eastern Suburbs side on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. 15 minutes into the first quarter, 3-2-20 Bannockburn, 1 goal straight Eastern Suburbs.
Just have to be aware of that, don't they? To the Bannockburn defenders anyway. I mean, the ball's dropping short. Have to be right next to your player, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's a golden rule, isn't it? The defender should be in. You should be in that front spot there, trying to. Look, I don't know. I think you like to touch them on a day like today, Eric, don't you?
Oh,
You don't want to give them too much start.
No fair. No. When you're a defender, you don't give them any latitude. Come what may. In the centre again. Frost gets a clear tap away straight in the arms of Pavic, 25 metres away. He turns on the right foot, goes to full forward, and McCormick, a mile in front of Andrews on this occasion, takes the safe mark. Goes for the short chip pass. Players, having some difficulty up that end of the ground. Eastern Suburbs in control. They've got the ball back to the centre of the ground through Hunter. He plays on, drives the ball towards centre half forward, and they're not looking too bad, Eastern Suburbs, at the moment. From the pack, well, I would have thought,
yes.
The umpire was a bit slow in paying it.
It was there, wasn't it?
Peters was tackled by Harding very, very high, and the umpire, well, maybe he was looking for the advantage to go to Eastern Suburbs. Let's give him the benefit. So now Peters, inside 50, be a good kick from there. It is a good kick. It's going to land through the goals. Great shepherding up there by the Eastern Suburbs forwards. So all of a sudden, in about 2 minutes, back they come, Eastern Suburbs, on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Now 16 minutes gone. Bannockburn 3-2-20. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals straight, 12.
We were just talking the first 12 minutes, Laurie. They kicked 3 goals, Bannockburn, and Eric asked you whether it was enough. It doesn't take much, does it, in modern day football?
Now. I mean, that was a good little bit of shepherding there. There was a good a kick for a little fella. He's only a little guy, but very good, very handy.
So back in the middle now, umpire Beattie throws the ball up, Frost and Ferguson. Frost gets it down this occasion again. Pavic comes from half forward, gets a handball away towards Frost, who followed it up, and he gets a kick around the corner towards half forward, or coming at Rundle, and there should be a free kick against Connors. It is. Sean Rundle will take it at half back, just inside the defensive 50. Short little kick, sets Ferguson up. Frost from behind. Ferguson stands his ground, can't take the mark. Needed a rover, didn't have one. Ronnie Pilgrim on the left boot, wobbly kick. Hill gets a hand to it, should fall towards McCormack and Hill. Hill kicks it through for a point. 40 metres out. That's a good kick.
Yeah, they're all getting into the act.
Yeah. So a rushed behind once again.
The only problem with that was an Eastern Suburbs player kicking a point for Bannockburn.
We've seen it all now. 3-3-21. The Bannockburn side. Eastern Suburbs 2 straight goals, 12 points.
Getting back to what you said before, Eric, I feel it must be fairly wet down there. I noticed Shane Andrews went for the ball, then he seemed to go around a little circle and try and keep his footing, and it's probably wetter there.
That's just one patch there, yeah.
Right where he's standing in there, seems to be a bit boggy there, and that'll have a bit of a bearing.
You're through the middle of the ground, in front of us, it's apart from the boundary line. It's quite reasonable, it's quite firm.
McCormack's had to go and get the ball from Meredith.
Here's the huddle, Eric.
Kicked it a fair way. The huddle, inside the centre square. Just players mulling around there. McCormack's got the ball now. They break. And Murray gives him a lead, so he goes in that direction. Outside 50. Doesn't sit for either of them. Perkins comes across. A long way down, and Perkins sees it over. I think he might be playing across half-back somewhere, following Murray down maybe.
I think he might be playing centre half-back on Murray,
yeah. So it'll now be a ball up at half forward, left half forward. Bannockburn attacking the northern end in this first term. Shaw and Ferguson. Ferguson gets it down. Good tap too to Peters, who does the most awkward kick I've ever seen. Goes towards Giles, comes back to Ferguson again. Peters again this time, has a bit more time, then kicks it out of bounds in the full. Maybe he should go the way he went before. He sort of got a half hand on it and then a full boot.
Laurie only had to fly a little bit, nearly taken
that. It's out of bounds on the full. Ashley Perkins with it on centre wing. No, it's coming back. It will be a free kick to Peters. Obviously after the kick he got tackled late. And he will take the free kick at half back.
I've never seen so many umpires waving arms.
There's umpires everywhere here. Players and umpires. Peters now plays on, and O'Keefe. No, well, O'Keefe ran next to him there, and Peters just saying, okay, so at half back he'll go now. And it's a wobbly kick too, and Paul kick in the end. Corey Flanagan takes it for Bannockburn, just on the defensive side of centre wing. Goes now towards centre half forward. McCormack behind Andrews. Over the back, Peters. Should have been over the shoulder, said Eric. O'Keefe, kick around the corner towards full forward east. Which way's it going to bounce? Out of bounce. And can't keep it in. I must have known what you were thinking, Eric, because I mentioned it.
Well, I'm glad you saw it.
Over the shoulder?
Absolutely.
Against McCormack on Andrews there, but not paid. And it will be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for Bannockburn.
Thought the players might spend a bit of time at the northern end chasing the ball. That
They
one
might.
took off fairly quickly.
I would think that if both teams had any idea, they'd get somebody behind there for their respective quarters at this end, the northern end. Thrown in now, Andrews and Ferguson once again. Wobbly throw in, Ferguson in front, thumps it towards the boundary again. Sean Rundle standing there, can't keep it in. And he will give it back to the boundary umpire to throw it in.
Will be getting a bit weary. He's had that much work to do in the first quarter, this young fella.
He certainly has. He throws it in again. This time Shaw against Ferguson. Falls to the back of the pack. Sean Flanagan's there. Gets a kick away. Collins can take the mark at half back for Eastern Suburbs. Plays on quickly. Goes towards the centre of the ground. Murray Perkins in front. Just hits a couple of hands. Frost at the back of the pack as well. Nearly gets his head ripped off as well, if you don't mind, Dean Lynch. And Frost in the middle of the ground will take the free kick.
Frost goes for the short chip. He finds Pilgrim Ronnie in the middle of the oval here at Victoria Park. Ronnie Pilgrim, he's gone for another short pass. Perkins has taken the mark, but Laurie, I don't think this is the way Bannockburn should be going. Now Perkins has gone the right way, driven it long to the full forward position, but direction not real good at all, and it's into the safe arms there of the Eastern Suburbs defender in
Bailey.
Bailey.
Yep.
Bailey drives it to centre wing. Now it stacks on the mill. What will the umpire do? Yes, the players aren't able to get it out. And, I thought he was pointing for a free kick then for a moment. It shocked me, but he was looking for the ball. Umpire now just in the area of the centre square. Centre wing on the outer side here. Umpire looking for a bit of room now to get the ball in the air. A lot of players around the ball. Frost and Ferguson do it again. Frost gets the tap down. Doesn't go to advantage though. It's again in dispute, and we'll do it all again. About 5 metres closer to the Bannockburn goal, and we've been now going 21.5 minutes into the first quarter. 3-3 plays 2 goals. Bannockburn in front. Up it goes. Ferguson, great tap to the back, but sharking the tap was Connors. His kick to the full forward position again, McCormack. He's doing a fine job here on Andrews so far. Takes the mark. Not such a good kick to centre wing, but it's gone to advantage. Peters has taken the mark ahead of Harding, and that should be a good battle. A couple of speedsters. But at this point, Peters taking the points. Half-back flank. Plays on now. Kicks the ball towards centre wing. Well, there's an interesting, 5 or 6, 8, 10 metres off the ball, I guess. There was a bit of an infringement against Stevenson. It's gone to, is that Rose?
Mm-hmm.
Has the ball for Bannockburn, and on centre wing. Rose now looking for some options. That's a shocking kick, but again the man in front has fallen into the I was going to say safe arms of Harding. He made a bit of a meal of it, Laurie, taking that one.
Certainly did, Eric.
But he's driven it long to the full forward position. It's over the head of the players there trying to contest, and Keith can't quite keep it in forward pocket. And as you're suggesting, Laurie, this pocket on the northwest corner is certainly not the pocket for the play to be.
Certainly not, Eric. That's certainly the dead pocket on the ground there. And I mean, it's a good tussle between the fullback and the full forward at the moment.
I think fullback on top.
Much so.
In comes the ball. Over the top, trying to take it out with Shaw. Comes to ground. Comes to Connors. Connors, I guess, would be heading toward the goal area, but that's about all it went, because it right across the face of goal toward the boundary line on the other side of the ground and out of bounds, 15 metres from the behind post. JC, if you can get a score, I'm not doing too well here.
3-3-21 Bannockburn. They lead Eastern Suburbs 2 straight goals, 12 points. Right forward pocket for the Tigers, pushed out by Ferguson towards Sean Flanagan. Kick off the ground again. Pavic on this occasion just inside the 50 takes the mark for Bannockburn. And he will go now with the right boot from 50. Good kick for distance as well. Andrews up against a couple. Ferguson's there. Sees it through for one behind for Bannockburn. So they go to 3-4-22 now, Bannockburn. And Eastern Suburbs 2 straight goals, 12 points. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 23.5 minutes gone. McCormack plays on from fullback. Gains an extra 10 metres, goes straight down the middle, holds up in the breeze, numbers up, and in front taking a good grab is Sean Flanagan. Plays on quickly, got Peters wide, who's been pretty influential so far in this match, and he takes the mark again. Gets a call from the runner, who runs past looking for the handball, doesn't give it to him though, goes with a left boot towards Hill, who fell over. Murray goes through his hands, and now that's a throw to Pavic. I think that came from Hewitt, goes to Pavic and then to Shaw, and they're away now, Bannockburn. At centre wing, Clinton Shaw goes quickly. Now Andrews with a sit from behind. Now foot race. He just slips over McCormack. Foot race between those two. O'Keefe comes across. Push in the back. Push in the back, not paid. And it is out of bounds on the full. It will be a free kick to whom?
Andrews is just McCormack conscious, isn't he, Laurie, at the minute?
Well, look, I don't want to be too critical on Shane, Eric, but he isn't working hard enough for the footy today. I've seen, the half a step extra he probably could have taken to get to the footy.
Well, it was off
And I believe it's a good, hit out for the finals. I mean, in the finals, he's got to be harder than that at the footy.
Ball's come outside 50, and Shaw's got it now. Runs inside 50, bombs it long, and once again he's missed for one behind Clinton Shaw. 1 goal to his personal tally this afternoon. They go to 3-5-23. Bannockburn, they lead Eastern Suburbs 2 straight goals, 12 points. We've been playing 25 minutes. And we've got some quarter-time AFL scores this afternoon. 2 games, Eric.
Yeah, a couple of pretty good games. Richmond 4-3 lead the Bulldogs 3-3. St Kilda 1-3 trail the Kangaroos 4-3.
Okay, so the games at the MCG in Waverley this afternoon. We'll keep you up to date with scores from those games as McCormack's got it from fullback once again. Goes down the middle looking for Murray. On this occasion he's able to take the mark uncontested. At centre half back, plays on quickly, goes wide looking for Lynch. Will it sit for him? Aaron Broom's against him. He gets the kick away though towards half forward. O'Leary, Delahunt. That could be a good contest as well. Steve works to the front, Delahunt, and sees it out of bounds on the left half forward flank on the outer side for Eastern Suburbs. They're attacking the southern end in this first term. And we'll have a boundary throw in with Perkins over there to do the ruck work for Bannockburn. He's up against Tony Soldalamarkia, who we've seen playing the ruck for most of the time when he's been at Eastern Suburbs, but he's in the forward line today. Perkins takes it out of the ruck contest, gets a smothered kick away. Lynch, can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Can he get around Broom? No, he can't. He dropped it. And Broom should be able to play on centre wing. He does with the advantage and goes towards half forward. Good kick, O'Keefe from behind. Can't take the mark. Recovery needs to be good. Was handball to nobody in particular. Troy Sheehan taps at the advantage of Hill. Kicks it off the ground. No talking there. May have had a bit of time to pick it up. Now the ball from Broom goes towards O'Keefe. And also out wider is okay to Clinton Shaw at half forward. Now tries to bring it back into the corridor. Peters, Andrews comes out, can't take the mark. McCormack tried to tap it behind, free kick for a hold. It's going to go to Eastern Suburbs. Just inside the defensive 50 at centre half back, it's going to go to Adrian McCormack, who, as Laurie said, has taken the points so far in the first term against Shane Andrews. Gives it off by hand to Sheehan, goes long towards Rundle, chopped off Pavic, does well, got a bit of time. If Nick can pick it up, he can. Oh, he threw it in the end. And Peters tries to hold Pavic back, he does so, but Harding's there also, Buckingham coming at him. Harding, Connors, they've got 2 on 1. Connors gets the kick away towards half forward. Flanagan and Sheehan go up. Sheehan got a hand to it, couldn't take it with him. Corey Flanagan on hands and knees now. And also Troy Sheehan in there again. Matty Pilgrim, short little kick away. Collins, does it sit for him? Yes, it does at half back. Gets ripped off the footy though. Good pressure at the moment. Matty Pilgrim gets it back to O'Keefe, to Connors. Handball over the top to Corey Flanagan. Does it sit for Corey? Yes, it does. Can he kick it around his body? Yes, he can. Good kick. Good persistence by Bannockburn. And Corey Flanagan's second goal is the 4th for Bannockburn. 4-5-29. The Tigers, the Eagles 2 straight goals, 12 points, and that is on the Victory Trophies. First quarter score, we're pretty close to siren time, 27.5 minutes gone.
Laurie, I sort of heeded what you said a few moments ago, and I watched that passage of play, and there were 3 or 4 Bannockburn blokes not really hard enough at the ball, like they were just sitting waiting for someone else to get it to them, or they weren't prepared to get in and help.
Exactly, and that, to me that's not a good sign. I mean, that's what Bannockburn create their premierships on, being hard at the football, and I know this is one game away from the finals, but you've still got to be hard at the footy. Jason called it a couple of times. Forwards behind, and that's a good example. If it's getting called in the call, you're behind the forward line, you're not doing your job properly.
The result was probably what they wanted. They've got the goal, and that's the important thing.
They shared it around nicely then.
4-5-2-5, up in the middle again. Frost with the second effort, gets the tap forward for the Bannockburn side. Picked up by O'Leary of Eastern Suburbs. Pavic can't pick it up for Bannockburn. Fortuitous kick off the ground. Is that the right word? Goes to Buckingham. He's got it into the forward line, but terrific work in the defensive area by Gadd. Drives it well over the centre. Bit of body work going on between players there. Falls to ground, and that fellow again, Shaw, gets it. The pass just too far forward for his teammate on the half forward line there, and perhaps an opportunity gone begging for Bannockburn. The kick perhaps just a yard too far for Giles on that occasion. From the throw up, comes to ground. Picked up on that occasion by Rundle. Drives it wide to centre wing. Giles leads in the race for the ball. Well picked up one effort. Well, almost an infringement behind the Shepherder there, but the kick goes to Ronnie Pilgrim in the centre of the ground.
He nearly kicked this.
Go very close today. He's decided to have a go with the torpedo. I tell you what, you are not a bad judge. He's missed by 1 metre to the left of the big timber, but a magnificent kick by Ronnie Pilgrim. Only behind, unfortunately, on the Victory Trophy scoreboard now. 29 minutes first quarter. 4-6-30 Bannockburn lead Eastern Suburbs 2 goals.
I've watched too much GDFL footy in 5 years, I'm sorry to tell you, but Ronnie loves a goal. And with the wind, He was always going to have a go at that.
Yeah, we just might point out that he was just in the centre square.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Thinks he's Ben Graham.
Well, it
Reinvented
wasn't a bad effort. He got the distance.
Well, he just missed it. I mean, it was a good call because that's the sort of thing Ronnie does do and does well. And I think it was probably the best option at that point of time.
There was nothing else there.
No, they were all running around in circles, really, weren't they, in the forward line? McCormack's got it at fullback for Eastern Suburbs. He's done a bit of kicking out in this first term too, McCormack, and gets it again. Goes to the outer side, just inside 50. Bailey in front, off hands to the front of the pack. And they fight hard for it. Oh, umpire says holding the ball. It's up. It's against Robbie Giles. That's a bit tough.
Ooh.
But it's a free kick coming to Scott Ferguson at half back. And what's he going to do? He switches play back to McCormack. Oh, sits it on the half volley. He's okay. They create the loose man now on the opposite side. Half forward, half back flank. Hunter. Will it stay in for him? That's the thing. Can he pick it up? Oh, it's pretty close. Yes, he does. Collins gives him half a shepherd. Oh, yes. Umpire beat. He was going to pick that up for a hold. And it's going to be against Gordon Collins to Stephen O'Keefe for the shepherd.
Good umpire's decision there, I thought.
Could you say Bob's sort of having some influence on the game so far?
Kick on this occasion by O'Keefe's chopped off Shane Bailey, who's had a good first term. Hands it off to McCormack, who's working hard off the ball. Goes again wide, looking for Peters, who slips over the crucial stage. Murray can't keep it in. It's out of bounds right in front of the Geelong radio commentary box. 31 minutes gone in this first term. It's 4-6 playing 2 straight goals. It's 18 points the difference. And it's a boundary throw in right on siren time. The boundary umpire won't have any time to do it because that is the siren for quarter time here at Victoria Park, and it is the home side. 4-6:30 they lead Eastern Suburbs 2 straight goals, 12 points in that first term. Bannockburn's goal kickers were 2 to Corey Flanagan, 1 to Clinton Shaw and 1 to Shane Andrews, while for Eastern Suburbs their goals have come from David Peters and Morris Stevenson. So it's 18 points of difference at the first change. We'll take a break, come back with a summary of the first term with Laurie de Goldie. We'll also have